Hello students, welcome to Exergic Aptitude channel. A lot of students keep requesting us to start with vocabulary, and hence we are launching this vocab series, which will be a series of short videos in which we'll be learning about 5 to 7 words every video in order to build our vocabulary. Before we start, let us look at the different types of questions in which learning vocabulary will be helpful to us. Firstly, you could be asked direct antonyms of a word. What are antonyms? Antonyms are the opposite meaning word for a given word. So a word will be given and you will be asked to find a word that means the opposite, right? You could be asked synonyms. Synonyms are words having the same or similar meaning. You could be directly asked the meaning for a particular word. You could also be asked the correct spelling of a given word. And also there are some new pattern question in which a number of sentences are given with a common word, and they will ask you in which of the sentences is the usage of the word correct or the usage of the word grammatically incorrect. So these are the various types of questions in which our vocabulary is tested. Even if these questions do not come, it is always a good idea to build our vocabulary and not only learn the meanings of the words, but also try to include them in our everyday conversations. So that is the entire purpose of this vocabulary series that we are starting. So let's start with today's session. The first word is exodus. What does exodus means? A mass departure of people. Let us look at an example. Authorities around Pune are worried that fresh lockdowns in the state may prompt an exodus of workers. So exodus refers to a mass movement or mass departure of people. Like in last year, due to the COVID lockdowns, we saw an exodus of migrant workers moving from one state to another. So exodus means the mass departure of people. What are some similar meaning words? Migration, evacuation, or flight. And opposite words would be arrival or influx, ingress, or inrush. So we are focusing on the word in over here. You could remember the meaning of the word exodus by connecting it with the word exit. So they both start with an EX, and what that means is movement of people or mass departure of people. The next word is relinquish. Relinquish means to give up or to withdraw or to retreat. The government will not relinquish control over the military. The government will not give up control over the military. Some synonyms are to yield, give in, surrender, abandon, renounce, or abdicate. All of these mean surrendering. If relinquish means giving up, then the opposite of it would be to retain or to maintain or to assert. That means you're maintaining control. You're not giving up. The third word we have is quiescent. What does quiescent mean? You could probably guess by looking at the word. It means a state or a period of inactivity or dormancy. So you can relate it to with the word quiet, right? You can relate it with the word quiet, which means inactive. For example, the opposition can no longer afford to remain quiescent. The opposition can no longer afford to remain inactive or dormant. So all of these are synonyms. Dormant, inactive, stagnant, passive, latent, right? Opposite would be active, animated, dynamic, sprightly, and lively. The last word for today is the word acquit. You would have probably heard this word a number of times. You must have read it in a number of newspapers. He was acquitted by the court. What does it mean? He was given the verdict of not guilty. When you free someone of a criminal charge, for example, he was acquitted and faced no further legal action for his crimes. So you're freeing someone from a criminal charge by giving them a verdict of not guilty. Okay. Acquit has got a number of synonyms which are to look out for: absolve, discharge, exonerate, vindicate. All of these means you're telling someone is not guilty of a particular crime. So the antonym would be definitely to tell that someone is guilty. So you accuse someone of a crime, right? Or you imprison a person, or you incriminate a person. Incriminate comes from the word criminal, right? Criminal. You telling that someone is a criminal means you are incriminating that person. Incarcerate is yet another word which means the same. Now at the end of each of these verbal series, we'll be focusing on 2 to 3 words which look the same or which sound the same, but they have got very different meanings. So these are the bonus words for this session. For today's session, let us focus on the words execution and persecution. You would have come across these words a lot. He was executed or he was persecuted. What is the difference between the two words? What is execution? One meaning of execution is to carry out or to implement. So he executed his duties means he carried out his duties or he implemented his duty. Another meaning of execution is to give someone the capital punishment. Let's look at this example. The Indian judiciary system does not permit execution of minors. So we do not give the capital punishment to juveniles or to minors. What is another name for minor? Another name for minor is juvenile. You would have come across this term a lot, juvenile prisons, right? Because he was a juvenile, he was released by the court or he was granted bail and so on and so forth. So execution means the capital punishment. What does persecution means? Persecution means when you continuously harass someone based on some prejudices. The harassment or oppression of a particular sect like religious or political persecution, or the unfair treatment of people on the basis of their race, religion, etc. So when you are harassing someone or you're torturing someone on the basis of their religion, their caste, their creed, their color, that is when it's called persecution. The Jews fled in large numbers to escape Nazi persecution. So if I say he was executed, it means he was given the death sentence. But if I say he was persecuted, what it means is he was tortured or he was harassed because of some prejudice. That brings us to an end of today's lesson. We are going to keep these videos very short because, as I said, I don't want you to sit and mug up the meanings of 15, 20, 100 words. What I would rather like you to do is to remember these words and to use them in your daily conversations. If you have any doubts or questions, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. All the best.